Hello, and welcome everybody. Welcome to the SMO 80% Open Division B. We have Dylan and Samu ready to race. I am joined with my co-commentator Spezzy.
Oh,
So, racers, we have you here. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty damn good.
Awesome to hear.
Feeling pretty good as well, actually.
That's great. Well, once you guys are ready to race, you can ready up in the race time, and we can get started. Is you guys anything else you want to say real quick?
I haven't practiced this game for like 2 months, so that's going to be fun.
And
Oh,
for me,
awesome.
for some reason, I was able to PB a week into my D-Rust, so we're gonna see what happens.
Yep, should be a great race. Well,
We are
Good.
off.
yep, looks like we're starting shortly. Both racers doing the DSTA setups, getting ready to start. Yeah, should be an exciting race. Very similar PBs we have here. Dylan with the 101.49, very recent PB, and Samu with the 102.09. So only 20 seconds off, should be very close. Super excited for this race. It'll be very interesting to watch.
Well, this race is very interesting to me because the winner will actually play the winner of me versus Ocnum. So this kind of depends on who we're gonna do. So I am very interested to watch them. So maybe even get some intel.
Exactly. I've learned their strats, learn where you can save some time. Yeah.
Pre-planned this. I just as a coincidence. And off to the races.
Yeah. Both runners starting out in Cap Kingdom. I've been heard it told it's the scariest kingdom. I don't know. It doesn't seem very spooky to me. Ruined is pretty scary as well. But I guess it is pretty black and dreary, so you never know.
The combination is just a bit ominous. So if that psychologically affects how you're gonna do, but I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see if these runners get very spooked very much. So yeah, besides it being a scary kingdom, not too much is gonna be going on. Runners going for left side is about the only interesting thing.
You don't really expect a mess up most of the time anywhere else, but
Yeah.
can happen. I mean, there we go. But nothing major can happen. I'd say.
Mhm.
Looks like is
Yeah.
roll.
And then you can miss first person, reset that occasionally. But obviously in the race you can't reset, so this is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dylan getting a little bit of a lead, doing the frog vectors very fast. Same with close behind too as well though.
I mean, realistically, this probably won't have an effect. So obviously, it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Like
much time to gain time and lose time.
yeah. Like having like being like 5 seconds off like this close in the game is really not gonna affect anything because like you can lose minutes like in like tens of seconds in wooded sand. There's a bunch of really scary early games that can trip you up.
Both of them not having the cleanest caps. Both of them messing up left side a bit. Maybe
Yeah, pretty kind of unfortunate from that.
I'm probably missing a little bit more. Missing the dive.
Yeah, Dylan just made a little
Just chugging his.
trip up. Brought the chug jug. He's got plenty of water ready for the race.
Non-alcoholic drink for best reasons.
All I have is some pretzels, but they're good.
I've got apple juice and Milky Way magic stars to keep going.
Oh, let's go. Apple juice is so good, bro. I love apple juice.
It's the go. I've been drinking it for all 15 years of my life, and it's pretty good. So, actually, maybe not the first year of my life. I think I don't probably was 0 on that. On the grind, some would say.
Sure. Both these runners getting the first power moon. Maybe you never know. We might see a DSS coming out from
You can do
guys.
the joke where we think that the two 101 and 102 runners are going to do DSS
You never know. I've seen it before. There's always a chance.
The rule is if I get like a 230 or worse, I should go for it. That never happens.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Still not going for it. Samu. We'll see, we'll see.
Absolutely
Nope.
shocking. Can't believe it.
Cowards. They just don't respect the
They're both
content.
failing the minimum captures challenge right now.
Looks like we have a duck apparently fanboying over me and Mr. McPhee. I don't know what's going on there. Something about eating a brick. I don't know. Kind of messed up.
Brick, that's.
Yeah.
Well, they're completely tied because Dy1an. I forgot how momentum worked, so. And it happens to the best of us. Oh, I'm sorry.
You got this old grandma. I don't know what she did wrong. She was kind of chilling up here, but
She existed and gave birth to the brutal, assumedly. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she's just an innocent old woman who just walking a chain chomp at the top of the hill.
I mean, I mean, she's pretty big compared to the rest of the Brutals. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know how that would work out, you know? Maybe the
They
Brutals are
clearly
just
didn't
super good.
develop any genetics from her other than like.
Yeah, they might have had a couple of gross stunts. I don't know.
Size doesn't matter because Mario and Gaff take her.
Dude, Mario is like half
Or
the
the
size.
Grand Moon in this case.
So once again, we can make the hilarious joke of will they go for a chest clip? We'll
It's probably
see,
more
you
likely
know.
than DSS, but no, I did that.
Yeah, saves about like 0.5 or something. It's hardly ever worth it.
It
Dy1an
saves a second
Talon
if you
looking-
know how to do it very well, and then it saves 1 if you.
Oh yeah.
It's 0.5 if you just.
Do a little more setup.
It went like all the way to the left there. That was interesting. It's probably more consistent actually.
Yeah, don't get hit by a chain chomp. It could have been like missed spin pound. Maybe he thought about going for chest clip, then didn't get like something went wrong. You know. You
That'd be
never know.
me. I'd be doing the spin pound, and I'd just like the control stick and just see where it sends me.
Yeah. Both these runners actually pretty close. It's like probably like 4 seconds difference going in the sand.
I saw 2 seconds when I.
2? Okay, I can't pick.
It's like it's like 3 actually. Consistency is key in races, so I'm gonna anything wild from what I can assume. Into sand, one of the more beefy game, at least on the run.
Well, these runners gonna be planting a seed, making it grow like magic. I don't know how it happens quite yet. Figure it out eventually.
It's a tough trick. I mean, yet again, I only started doing it like a week and a half ago, so I guess I can't pull it.
The struggle of parental controls.
Alright, it's all done now. And I now have it in races, so I'm not gonna lose.
For sure.
Like my last tournament, we won't talk about. We're just gonna
Well,
move
maybe you
on.
can. If you do win, then you get to face one of these runners. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Just like sat here hoping they get like 108s. Probably not gonna happen though. They're both looking pretty solid so far.
Yeah. Couple of little small mistakes, but nothing too major.
I'm trying to see what's in Dylan's like face cam background. For a second, I thought it was a pizza. It's not because it's black, and that wouldn't make sense unless it was really burnt.
I think it's like I don't know. You have like
Is it a scarf? Is it a scarf?
No, I
It's a
think it's like
pointed
it's like one of those college bands. So like I don't know if they have them in
I wouldn't
Europe or
know
if they have
because
like
I'm not
college
sure.
bangers that you can get around. A lot of like teachers have it in their rooms and stuff.
Black because it's molded? Yeah, I believe that. I guess I'm too much of a child to know what that is. When I grow up, I'll be...
I think thinking it's a pizza is a lot better.
a whole new meaning the bread. Anyway, he's gonna do... That's good. wrong.
Yep.
Never mind.
It's like
You
two
mean he's
successful
not going to do
rounds.
platform clip? Both of them are not doing platform clip.
Yeah, pretty understandable. It's not the camera setup is pretty tricky. It's hard to save the full 5 seconds. It's not really worth it if you don't.
Oh, Brad, no, town. Jackson.
Oh, Dylan, yeah, Dylan going for the normal Jaxi, whereas Samu is doing reverse Jaxi. It's always cool watching when
The
one
same
runner.
time on Samu because Samu
Yeah,
does a little bit.
yeah, you
It's
can
like
kind of see the comparison between the two routes.
I always forget that it only saves like a second. Honestly, it's not a bad thing to not go for it. It's quite a difficult strategy to save time, so.
I
Not
know,
good.
I think it should save more.
I should save more because it's probably the cool look, but
Dylan, even though he did not go for the reverse Jax, he's still going to be ahead of Samu. Obviously, Shonen doesn't save as much as
Samu
you'd
making
hope.
the cactus go forward, which just looks really weird. Mario has to fully turn around. I'm pretty sure. It is technically safe because you have to dive over. Yeah,
Sure.
these little time losses probably aren't gonna matter in the long run in the race, but I'll have to know. There's a weird roll cancel from Samu, but it works. Might get one spin throw.
Close to a perfect one throw notes from Samu. Oh, wait.
Oh my goodness! I thought he had a keybind wrong. He just lost like he lost like 8 seconds. I thought he accidentally keybinded this button to this button or something.
Oh, actually, I didn't even see what happened. I was paying attention to Samu.
That's what I thought was happening, but no, he managed to hit the button. I guess maybe he changed his keybind for it. Fingers
That's
forgot how to
crazy.
work. Fair enough. It happens to the.
Yeah, I mean, just
Holy
like that,
beast,
it's tied up.
And that is the type of mistake one you'd probably expect, and he still gets a 1044. Fair enough. Really not a big difference. Let's see what the difference. Yeah, it's like seconds, maybe slightly more.
Yeah, I think it's about 2.
Just making it interesting for content, alright? He knows.
For sure. Trying to keep
Smile
it
on his
close.
face.
Following the script.
Following the script. I wrote the script. I know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna tell you because they changed it.
Yeah.
Both of them forgetting how this moon works.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
is beginner
pretty
playthrough up,
complicated.
and Dylan doesn't know which direction to go. Clearly, he's forgotten everything, including where the. Oh, Samu! This.
Samu kind of struggling to get back up.
Samu was giving his
and,
brother the controller. It is not working out. Dylan not going for late club, probably pretty understandable with his leg. It's probably just.
Pretty understandable not going for it. Doesn't
Again,
save this is about 7 seconds if you get a perfect first try.
And that was.
Not always reliable.
And now he's just back in the game.
Yeah, now Samu's probably going to be ahead with all the
Almost
time
went.
save from late clip. That was pretty clean.
Who is able to remember. I'm not gonna make that joke stream.
I'm kind of noticing a bit of a theme with the two runners. Dylan seems to be going for more consistent, safer strats with the reverse Jaxi and late clip compared to Samu opting for the couple of harder strats to save a little more time. Kind of interesting to see the different playstyles. Because even though Dylan has the better PB, he's still going for the safer strats. Kind of interesting to see the differences.
When you have the better PV, you usually have the one with the more leeway, so the player with the worse PV is gonna have to make some plays to be able to win. Ultimately, if Dylan's just consistent, he can win the race. But yet again, the gap between the runners is quite small, so you never know. It's how much will Samu mess up in the long run? That is kind of the question.
Yeah, it's pretty close to even right now.
Samu
I
losing.
guess it's about like 10 or seconds. Samu did kind of mess up on the beginning. I kind of forgot about that.
Well, the late clip kind of held him in. He's less than 10 seconds behind.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention.
I think that's what I saw. I don't know. 9. Bank. He's 11 behind. And the late clip saved him about half his time back, so pretty. As we head into probably the scariest kingdom in races because of just how much can go wrong from so little sections.
For sure. You can get soft locked, you can fall into deep woods, you can miss a nut clip, it's so bad.
I haven't fallen into deep woods in a race yet, but the day I do, it's going to be the saddest day of my life.
I think I fell in deep woods in one of my races. It's very sad. Your heart just drops.
I think I've been soft locked, but it's like the time loss is like getting the moon, like compared to the story moon. Actually, like the warp makes like equals it out, so it's actually not awful. At least you got the moon and didn't just like fall and die. Not fun. There's not a lot of this kingdom that isn't stressful. So I don't know if there is a section. You like tower.
Yeah, that's probably the chillest part. And even then, like, if you
And
fall
then
off on the up
you
route,
could
it's
fall all the way down. You could fall all the way down. So when you're getting the last moon, for example, you just dive the wrong way. If anything is made in 2017, so it's not going to be. We'll see if Dy1an can get that clip. If he misses it and Samu doesn't, this can be a big time swing. So it does look good. Though.
Okay.
We'll just see if he can do the outbounds movement. I'll probably switch to Samu. See if they can get it. Looks good as well. And Dy1an falling!
Deep woods. Okay.
I think that's fine. I think that's a death zone.
No! Deep woods! That's so unfortunate.
Have to go. He's probably gonna get.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So we have to get some moons in
made
here
a
to make
route
up
for
for
if you
falling
fall
in the
in
deep woods.
I made a route for deep.
That's very unfortunate. Samu is gonna get a huge lead from this.
But
Falling in
Samu
the
is
deep woods is
taking advantage
absolute.
of it. You're taking the lead. I don't even know where Dy1an's gonna come out here. He could come out there like flooded pipes or something. Pretty bad.
Yeah, I know Dy1an does have experience with some other
Did he
categories,
wanna-
so
Like come
He's
out
really
near like the
comfortable.
up route near nut clip. That's where I like the op. We'll see where he comes out. The Odyssey.
I don't think he didn't even get the moon, did he? So that's gonna be especially unfortunate. He didn't get the out of bounds moon.
And now Samu is in the driver's seat, and you're probably going to see more safe movement. I would assume. Able to get the nut. Sadly, it's not the nut club move to get. Samu got the and doing this stuff. This is gonna. Oh wow, that worked. Wait, how that worked? Many questions. Check his switch. And Cappy looked off there. Not the first person vault because it's just so slow, but again, he has a lot of time to waste because there's 2 moons ahead, and Dy1an also has to watch a massive cutscene. So.
Well, he doesn't. He can skip the moon here because he got the moon in deep woods.
Oh, that's true. Actually, that's true. That's true. I would have forgot that. I would have ended with 17.
That's the one benefit of falling in deep woods, if you can say that.
Instead of watching a massive cutscene, you have to watch a massive cutscene. Cutscene, you play the game.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Not a lot worse, but it could be worse.
Yeah, you could have to watch 2 cutscenes.
I'm just gonna be pulling. saw there, wall jumping up. Just to play it safe. Hold on to the lead. Never mind, they roll boost over a gap. God.
So if you're Dylan right now, what do you have to be thinking? You have like probably around like a minute time, or about like a minute behind Samu. Like, what are you thinking to try to catch up? Because if Samu makes no mistakes, this race is practically impossible.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you have to rely on them making mistakes, because it's a race. You know, it's a no reset run. You're not gonna just not make mistakes. That doesn't happen at this. If I was Dylan, I'd play just how you'd normally play and hope for, you know, a PB kind of like level run, and hopefully Samu would mess up.
Yeah, for sure. That is
Slightly
basically the
worse
only
PB
thing
and
for.
to nerves because of how ahead they are. So that's kind of what you have to hope for here. What happen? Definitely. I've seen it before, so definitely not over. We're still on like not even out the first third of the run yet. So, but Samu not even getting a bad Woodex actually in their PB. It's probably around similar to their PB. Yes, maybe a little bit behind. Maybe like.
That was a pretty solid start for Samu. I don't think there's like any big complaints. But the FRS and that wooded. Pretty good besides that.
The Wooded definitely picked it up. I'm probably that was probably around 520. But can't say the same for Dylan, sadly.
Yeah. Looks
So,
like Samu is 26 behind his PB. So I'm guessing it probably will have a lot more time saving later game.
Yeah, that's what most runners in the summer, their main game, as they. And most people practice early game more than
That is true.
out of nature and the fact that you do this early game at more start runs. So kind of does make you think though. Like, let's say like how optimized would like Snow Kingdom be if Snow Kingdom was like the first kingdom in the game? It's a weird thing how good everything would be, and would like a 250. It was just like the last kingdoms. So
People would probably go for ICC actually, which is kind of crazy to think about.
you would do ICU. It's probably no point. Watched a video recently. There's like a setup where you go into the snapshot mode, which I didn't even know was like a thing that you could use to rotate Mario, but it actually is a thing.
Wait, you can rotate Mario? Oh, that's crazy.
You don't rotate Mario, but you rotate where he's looking. So just like the camera will go where it was. If you zoom in, you can get really.
Oh, wait, do you mean Snapchat mode or first person?
No, snapshot mode. First person.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
I have like a setup with first person, but it's if you're standing in like spaces, it can't work because it's just it's so precise. But I think with the camera and that, it works every time. But
Yeah, I think a lot of I think even if you like have a setup like ICC won't even save time. Like it's pretty
it's
crazy.
too precise to save anything more than with that kind of setup.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously in the future, no setup will probably come forward, but it's like, at that point the game's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
On record, I could see standing for the next, maybe even a. We'll see. We'll see what people are doing. There's moves going on at the top of the leaderboard right now, playing the game. So interesting. But we probably should get back to the race. But I haven't noticed any major slip ups. I've seen Samu go for some more safe movement. But we're seeing Dylan kind of pick up, turn in on the gas. As a nice.
Yeah, Samu is not opting for K triple or reverse repeal. They're very respectable. They're both very difficult strats.
I saw them do more like cat bounces instead of doing spin, which I was doing. I can tell that Dylan is saving time because it just looks close. So,
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying
sure.
it's
Definitely
really
seems to have,
true.
yeah, a lot more cleaner movements. Seems to know what he's doing a lot more. Which I think comes to the fact that he's been de-rusting, He's kind of been refining the movement, whereas I don't know if Samu's been doing as much. I know he did kill a Torna run today, which is a little disappointing, but it's alright.
Might see that crop into their late gameplay. See them have a couple mess ups in late game just because of the lack of practice, especially if you haven't been doing runs. Dylan doing cage triple, but not doing the triple, so doing cage. Does that save time? I don't know.
I think if it does, it's like I think it goes even. Actually, I know I did that before I did ever with people.
It does. So, well, if I didn't actually know that, probably doesn't anymore with the. Does that in runs because it's easy hard.
Yeah, the new lost reroute in BTT with the moon clip. Crazy.
In BTT yet? Because I know the last time it happened. Sure. Chat will probably win.
Looks like these riders have about a 54-second difference, if I read that correctly. Wait, no, that's his PB. So it's more like a 37-second difference. I was reading his PB.
Definitely smaller than what it was in Wooded, so you can tell the effects are coming in. Because it looked over a minute in Wooded. They were exiting flooded pipes as they were like in tower, which is the lead. We're starting to see the gap close more. It's just whether or not Dylan will. What I said earlier about Samu having to go for a movement has flipped on its head, given them to lead. Have to see how it goes, but nice night metro movements so far from Dylan.
Yeah, both of these riders having good night metros.
And he's playing like this. He has sub-hour right now. Respect it.
Sure.
It's probably ahead of my goals. I'm taking a bonk, going to the wire. One of the most annoying bits of movement. In the wire.
Oh! I was gonna say that looks a little sketch, dude. Falling all the way back down to the very beginning. That is not what you want to see. I was gonna say, yeah, that.
You want that long?
That
You just
jump can
need
be
to
so
send the
tricky.
camera there. That's. I mean, it is just nuts, honestly. It's frustrating because it's probably done a lot given action. But
Yeah, oh, that's so unfortunate. I had a slight fear in my head because the camera looked a little awkward. Shoot.
for doing record blood, but getting an amazing pattern is an amazing pattern in a complete line. I don't know the patterns of someone else. That might have.
I don't know the patterns either, but I think that's a C pattern. Looked like a C to me.
It did end in a C, so it might be. Favorite pattern I know is mushroom. Told that I get that like half the time.
Yeah, I don't know really the patterns.
Something. I feel like it's just one of those things that would be really fun to learn. I did start learning it. I learned a couple things, but it was months ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, there's like a whole spreadsheet of like every single pattern you can get, how to find it, what to do in that pattern. It's ridiculous. I don't know how people. I don't know. I think like Lupus helped make it. I don't know how you have all the time and like the effort to do that. That's
Easy.
crazy.
And they have like statistics on it. Absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Insane.
Cool. If anyone wants to just get some time saved and run, honestly, it is fun. I do remember doing it. It's really fun. You do have to put a lot of effort. You can see. Oh no, missing it. Messed up super flip. You can see the safeness coming in, doing a really large setup.
Yeah, same. A little trip up on that screw clip.
He did hear you. He messed up super clip. He's clearly got his headphones on. Don't have to worry about the taxi because he's so fast. Sit down.
I don't want to be a hater, but it might be the other way around. He might be that slow.
Said on the opposite day. Sure.
Don't twist.
Don't get that
Don't
roll
twist
cancels. Oh, and that was that.
Janky.
Oh,
Oh, I'm missing the scoop clip. Same as Samu. Basically the
looking at the
exact same
webcam,
thing.
you can just see that they're tilting the control. Literally looks like they're doing a driving simulator.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can tell on
it's
the
just
website.
so unfortunate.
Going through, there you go.
Oh my god.
See what
That's
I
just-
do and not tilt it at all, and then the second that you're next to it, you just spin the control upside down. But doing it in one kind of Jambo, and you just but trust me,
I use Joy-Con, so it's really nice because I'll have to put it,
this
like,
sounds
sideways
really
and
weird.
go
You
all
have
the
to
way
like
up and
you're
down.
holding them both in like. Oh wait, do you do Joy-Con? Do you have them like attached to each other, or do you have them detached?
Yeah, I have a grip. Joy-Cons.
Like, do most Joy-Con players do that or not?
I think so, yeah. I know Heather uses separated, but he's I think there's one other person, I can't remember who.
In my opinion, I feel like the point of the controller is to have the separation.
Yeah. I mean,
I
just
don't know,
easier for
'cause
me.
I feel like attached just like means it's just like just a Procon, but like slightly less options.
I mean, no, I mean, for me, it's easier. I've always had Joy-Cons. I never actually had a Procon. Just like easier to use.
Got my Procon with SMO. I didn't
Yeah,
think
I
I like
think there's
intended to
Procons.
speedrun it when I got the game, but I discovered it like 2 weeks after, so I did my first speedrun like just over a month after I started playing.
Sure. Dylan doing bullet building. However, Samu did opt for the musician's route.
I'm gonna save a bit if they get it, but
Yeah, it makes you have to wonder if Dylan, like I kind of said before, he does more consistent strats. Makes me wonder if maybe he doesn't normally go for this. He's kind of going for it as like a option to try to catch up. Though it did look like a pretty clean bullet building.
given the bullet building, probably do it quite.
Yeah, I kind of have to wonder.
Knew how to, they like shook the bullet bill from side to side, which makes it more likely to go over the ledge, which I cannot explain why, but it is. Can you do the cool strat here? But
I think it was too far away. We skipped the cap bounce. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
yeah, where you long jump off the thing. Yeah,
Oh,
I just
long
did
jump?
that in one of
Oh.
my runs, and I didn't even think it was faster. Then I got told after that it actually is, and I was like, okay. Does that make you go, huh? It's not looking likely that either of them will be badly. Given the exit, Samu would have to have probably the best late game of his life. Probably one that's better than his sob. Actually, no, that's probably better.
He is 21 seconds. Same was 21 seconds behind his PB, which is honestly pretty good. That's a very sweet. Right? Yeah, 21 seconds behind. So honestly, that's pretty good. I mean, you can definitely PB
That
with
is
if
quite
you do
good.
really well.
Actually thinking about that now, but I'm guessing his late game and his PB's quite good then, because would need a very good late game.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, actually, he looks like his DPT is
I
101.
think my best. I think if you have my best late game that I've ever done in like practice, this I'm pretty sure it still doesn't beat. I'm surprised. But yet again,
Yeah, he has a 101.55 DPT, so maybe not, you know.
oh, it's. I mean, technically possible. Not. Given the stats now going well, and he's trying to skip the camera pan by standing in the back left corner. I love it.
Didn't really work though, unfortunately.
It's probably like faster in tasks. Humans and robots aren't. It's not.
Looks like it's about a 54-second difference, which is pretty detrimental. Samu has to make some pretty big mistakes if Dylan wants to have any hope of catching up at all.
Well, we are just now halfway into the race, so it can still go. We'll see. And Samu is going to be doing Snowdram first. We could see a little bit of Mario meltdown there. See, really nice movement from Dylan, by the way. Really nice. Probably saved like 5 from that alone. We're gonna head into the first sub area. No. Just have two.
Nope. Very unfortunate you have to get these moons, because all the other moons in Snow are just so bad.
Yeah, Snow is just not. In fact, doing the full story only loses like a minute. That's how slow this kingdom is.
Very unfortunate.
But I'm not sure what One Piece console is, but I know. Oh.
I know it is. It's very close to no. I don't know for sure though, but it's. Oh, Dylan trying to go for the snow clip but missing.
Maybe even safer. You know, up the went out of bounds, but yeah, Samu's been making a few mistakes. I guarantee that the lead has definitely gone down around 50 seconds. No, very solid play. He missed.
Yeah, that is what Dylan has to bank on. Samu making the mistakes and Dylan being able to keep a cool head even after all the unfortunate errors that's been happening. And just be able to keep playing consistently, capitalize on those mistakes. It's how he has to win this race. No other options, really.
Watching Samu like waddle across the little platform looked really funny to me. Like, jump there a little. I don't know why. Dylan struggling to knock off the spiny, but to manage it, not going to lose a ton. Yeah, I'm assuming that chat message is about Snowdram, and if so, that is terrifying. So, luck. Oh, bonking on the pole on the side. The worst. We'll delay those rolls a little bit. Ooh, it's going to do a little bit of vectoring. Let's see it. That was a really nice skimmer.
Alright, get your praise in chat for Samu doing Snowdram. Hopefully the first try.
Here's going to be praging for him to miss it 5 times. He's praging to get it first time and get it over and done with. It's going to be... Oh, that's very high. Oh, I missed.
Yikes. Unfortunate. That is
It looks
not
like he was
good.
going to go for the homing throw there, and I just saw him rainbow spin, and I was like, oh, this ain't going to work.
Yeah, I think there could have been a couple of nerves there maybe, because it did not look like he
Very
capped
early
he
cap
out
rounds.
early.
That's
Yeah.
very early. He needs to hold on. That looks a lot better. The vectoring does
Okay.
work, though.
That was a
Yeah,
little
that-
janky still.
Was that even a vector? That is a very good question.
Yeah, that was very
and he's
close.
going to be leaving. Well enough for Dylan to
Now it's Dylan's turn. Get your praises in chat again, of course.
only be like... No, if you... but... Yeah. More to the
Lines
right,
it up.
aimed. Oh, an early cap bounce again. What?
That was so close.
I'm
Oh
addicted
my.
to early cap bounces, but he's able to hold his nerves and clutch it out. Probably saving around 20 seconds with that.
Yeah. I think missing saves is like roughly 15 to 20. I don't know.
He's
Oh,
just
he
being,
went up.
he's just
Do
walking
something.
showing off to the to see it. He's doing like a pretend dab to make sure he's not cringe.
Of course.
You see him smiling about that? That's him laughing at my commentary.
Yeah, at least keeping even though it's not been a great run, keeping a cool head, able to stay composed. You find some humor in it still.
And we're going for some basic movement once again. I'll repeat, trying to hold on to his lead that he has. But Dylan is making the most of what he has right now, and just in one kingdom going into second half, has clawed it back quite a lot. I'm not sure what the difference is now.
I forgot to check what Dylan's exit was, but I know that Samu has his plugin, so I can see his blitz on the stat sheet. Very nice and very helpful.
Ooh, Sam messing up and Dylan going for more risky movement at the start. Probably saving 5 from that. A double bonk.
Wait, this is a lot closer now. Oh my god.
Dylan's just right back in it like that.
Yeah,
Dylan going for that risky movement at the start, going for the
Wow.
Sam having a bonk up there whilst doing the strap and taking the 2 bonks in there. And now it's looking a lot closer.
Yeah, this is a close game now. Barely even 10
Let's
second
right
difference.
back into this. If you look at their PB difference, really, if they both play to their, it'd probably be like a tie. We'll see who the better player is here.
Samu going for the fish dip. Yeah, that was very janky. I remember Samu in the last tournament. Samu was like the first person I think to ever get it in a race. That was a very hype moment. Like right when it was first discovered.
Very cool.
But unfortunately,
Able to
they didn't
replicate.
get it.
And taking the worst damage. What about there? You gonna turn the camera right like a good person? It's not. It's looking so much more close now. I'm Dy1an missing the seaweed. I've never seen that before. Very club alignment looking fine. Looking at it. Going very far away. Social distancing, if you will.
Of course. I heard Cheap Chiefs do get coronavirus every once in a while, or COVID-19.
Or a new variant discovered. Only affects fish. Playing in the Mushroom King. The Seaside King case.
This race is much closer now. Barely even 10-second difference between both these runners. Very exciting to watch. And you know what? The lead can be swapped or it can be extended. Just in Luncheon Kingdom. Luncheon is another one of the very scary kingdoms. So many things can go wrong again. And they're all very sad if you're the one that's getting, I don't know, attacked by them.
Yeah, I mean, 15-second difference can just vanish like that if you fall into the waist of the luncheon. Or you just have a little bonk up high, even if Sammy just messed up Salt Triple right here, that would narrow down to around like to 5. Gonna be playing it safe. It's just the question of if they keep playing it safe, are they gonna hold onto the lead if Dy1an keeps hitting the riskiest strats? That's the question, and I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
If Dy1an keeps playing how he's been playing the second half, he's gonna catch up and need around 2 there.
Looks like we got about a 13.5-second difference. I had a little mental math there. So, definitely
I mean,
very
he's gonna get
easy
it back. It was around 50 when they left, so. Oh, barely making it there. It's one of the more basic boss fights, as long as you could the back foot hits. The most difficult, but you can't mess them up. I'm playing it a little bit
Unfortunately,
more safe,
unfortunately, no one's going for Spiritless. Very sad.
very, very upset. I don't know why they're not. They could just like save like 10 seconds like that, but
Exactly.
what?
Just the easiest 10 seconds ever. Nothing can ever go wrong. It's free, basically.
It's a pretty easy trick. All you have to do is just jump around this bureau, and instantly bam.
Yeah. Just like that. No problems with the trick at all. 100% consistent.
It's not difficult. It's definitely not like a million times harder than. No.
Dylan's saying he would have gone for it, but unfortunately, Sam was just popping off.
That's a bit of copium, but I mean, we'll never know. We'll see if he does in his next race. Again, it's obvious that I'm also going to pop off if I get no. All of Chad agrees. Until I'm taking a bonk in one of the weirder places I've ever seen. That's not going to give him a cat bounce.
No! Oh. That's one of those things where the gap can just double just like that.
Yeah, it was
Something terrible
it must have been a buffered jump there. Frame. And yeah, you're not gonna get a cat bounce for that one. I could tell even when he did the jump that was exactly what's gonna happen if I'm being honest.
That's so unfortunate.
Enough time. Motion. just those things like that where he's just playing slightly more risky. You know, maybe if he was on a PB pace run, he would have, you know, seen that and not gone for it. But you know, in a race like this where he needs to catch up and he needs to be fast, you know, these type of things just happen. Not a lot you can do about it.
Sure.
And then just
Another bog.
Win. Well, it looks like he went over that.
This is the exact luncheon Dylan did not want to get. It's very bad for him.
We're playing a
Same
very
as
good
extending my lead.
I'll say that right now. Haven't really made any mistakes, Samu. The safer movement, you know, going for like stuff like Salt Triple, and wow, how did Dylan make it? I need to seen Einstein because I have no clue how that worked, but we're gonna go with it, and we're gonna assume that his switch is completely hack-free with our lives. And I'm missing the little fork skip. Too much. Too big of it. Even just like thinking about how the race has gone, things like Dylan messing up the menus in Sand Kingdom, stuff like that, it would be a bit closer.
I forgot about that. Oh,
It's just stuff like that early in the race, you have to remember, because it's like big little time, I said big little, like, what makes a sentence, but big time losses, they add up over a run, because if that didn't happen, you know, maybe you'd have another 8 seconds, maybe you would have been hitting the lever by now. Then it would seem a little closer. It's just all about playing consistently throughout the entire run, and I mean, Dylan, if that one time loss didn't happen in Wooded, he'd be cruising right now. He'd the lead by around 20 seconds, but around that PB gap. So if you disregard that, they're both playing about how they should compare with their PBs, but it's just that one thing that's just holding him back. Quite more things like him pulling in the Terran Knight Metro. In like a roll cancel, but it's not a roll cancel, it was like a walk cancel. Getting a walk cancel off the edge. Now onto the little beam. He's thanking Nintendo that they put that there. I'm taking a bonk.
That's not just an unfortunate
He's
bomb.
gonna lose a lot of time. I'll just see it, the technical will be in the chat. Was that a mold? We got that one.
Well, Samu is exiting. Dylan just a little bit behind.
About a 25-second difference, given the fact that cutscene is 46 and the globe takes 21. And we both hit it at the same time. Math. Everyone should take after me.
I mean, yeah, like, I think coming in, it was about a 15-second difference. So the lead literally just, like, doubled just from that one mistake Dylan made. Everything else was about the same for both runners, but one mistake has cost it.
Dylan is still saving time in this late game, and if he continues this, he can win, especially with a kingdom like Bowser's. You know, taking another chug out of his massive water bottle, which you gotta respect. Obviously, we're now heading into the could make or break. This is where Dylan could come back, because Samu could die for a dragon. Technically not. We'll have to see. Be fearsome fires ult account, so you never know what's gonna happen. And that Joker's like 3.5 years old. Been Captain Toad for good luck. Do good morals mean a good race result? We'll see. Again, Dylan can also say that, and that would make it really confusing. So hopefully he won't.
They both have good morals. It's about who has the gooder morals.
Who has the morals? Not to say it. Missed
I
both
like
of his spin pounds, 3 of his spin pounds. You love to see it. Bad at saving Captain Toad. I think he's gonna curse him for the rest of the race. going to save 0 seconds in every single remaining kingdom. How this is going to work. Too much to comment on. How cool the electric texture is, guys.
I love dragons in my Super Mario game.
Me love Electro Dragon. Is this thing even called the Lord of Lightning, I think? Yeah, I think yeah. How many playing that? You know that? I don't know why I remember that, to be honest. No, but
I think I know the moon name is Battle with the Lord of Light, so
Okay.
I guess.
I don't play in the English language a lot because I think that language is so I usually play in traditional Chinese. Just
Imagine speaking English, honestly. Kind of cringe.
yeah, it's just I mean all those words. I mean, what do they even mean? It's not like the most words of any language. I mean, it's just
Actually.
complicated. Isn't it? I do like all like European schools learn this when it's just so complicated. They could all learn like German.
German is a cooler language, I will admit.
It just sounds aggressive. They like end with they use like loads of like strong consonants. It's pretty great.
Unless you got a
If the
ruined
German word doesn't end in like ag, it's not a word. It's the rule.
fuck. I don't know.
Some say
If
the
I
word
swore-
Pac-Man came from Germany.
If I swore in ruined, if I swore in German, I'm sorry.
Yes, he's caught up from Ruined. I don't think he's caught up a lot from Ruined, to be honest. I mean, this cutscene's like 22, so we'll see when he globes. I'm sitting at 51 or 52. See, well, low 5002. See when Dy1an exits. See if he's actually gained any time, given there was a 25-second difference. He has to gain a little bit, actually. he gained around 4 seconds from Ruined, which is pretty impressive. Proving it's not an auto scroller to all of the beginner runners who say that. That time could make or break this race, so we can see. We shall see, actually. We head into the longest kingdom of the run. Puzzles, and arguably probably the most difficult, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, I'd say Bowser's is definitely up there for one of the more difficult kingdoms. Wooded might be a little harder, but it's very
Wooded,
close.
Bowser's and Luncheon, probably, you know, maybe Stan as well. I mean, if you're just doing like compact, as in like, and per how many mistakes you can make, it's probably like lost because of how intense the music is.
With these runners, we're in the same spot at one point, but one watched the cutscene and one hunt. Kind of close.
I mean, we're just seeing. Oh, that might not work. Oh, it worked. I thought Sammy was going to pull a Dy1an. That looks like a too fast of a double jump, but he is alive. We just see the safer movement here. You can just see he's walking a lot more, just a little more like cat bounce dives and stuff like that. Dy1an is going for like dive back and stuff. This is like a honestly probably.
Okay. That chart was scary.
I wasn't looking, sorry. I was looking at Dy1an. But Dy1an looking a lot faster, so I mean, instantly, we'll see what Sammy's fade out is here. I'm missing the last one.
Dy1an, both of them tripped up on that, getting that last
52-19.
shard.
52-19 for Samu. We'll add 2 on for the damage refill that we'll have to do. $52.19, so 19-second difference. I mean, going down, it was 21 at the start, so he's making progress to, but he needs to turn up the gas a little bit more. I'll just hope that Sammy makes more mistakes, I guess, because at this rate, it's not going to be enough. It will be close, but it won't be enough.
It's true. This race is not over for Dy1an. He could definitely come back from that, especially if something happened to Moon or even Bunny Instant or even Mac. You never know. Anything can happen that could bring
It was
Dylan
a
back to
minute
the race.
apart after Wooded, and now he is bringing it down. Both of them going into the Harriet fight at the same time. So
Very, very impressive from Dylan. Being able to keep a cool head even after making those multiple mistakes. He's had overall a pretty good snow to bunny so far. So
I mean,
pretty
just
impressive.
just keeping his cool is really impressive. If not for that mistake in luncheon, he'd be neck and neck right now. And it's just those like little things where you go for risky strats and you just have that one mess up.
I mean, both these runners were in Harry at the same time.
As expected. And unfortunately taking damage, so he's gonna have to do another damage refill. I think they'll both be in top 3 seconds probably. Samurai ending off. Grabbing the checkpoint, very smart. Yeah, definitely a bit faster. Oh, Dylan almost getting hit by the hat, but avoiding.
Dylan praying for Samu to miss crates or miss TA. Never would be very unfortunate to see for Samu. I'm sure Dylan would be popping off a little bit.
Well, the next 2 minutes is going to make or break this race for Samu and Dylan. So, I mean, if anything was going to go wrong in the run, this is probably so. This is probably going to decide how this race goes. See, who's going to take home the crown and who is going to move on and who's going to get right here. I'm going to go for blind jump. Nice.
Blind jump. Okay.
Surviving, but you can just tell from the movement he's going for. Dylan looking a little bit more sharp, but I say that Samu, I'm looking at him right now, looking a bit more risky, looking like he's going to go for the golden body.
Dude, I'm nervous right now. Oh my god, this is close.
I mean, yeah, both staying on the wall. I mean, one fall at the start of mech, which definitely was close, you know. Maybe if they fell off like now, like this make it close.
Jeez, this is that's awesome. Got bonked. Yeah.
Samu is going to try to stay on the mech. A 102 runner is going to have experience, but thinking about someone when you fall off mech. A lot of things have gone wrong in mech. We were SMO running the speed of the game, so
Go with the good climb.
no one has a 100% record with mech. You really don't know, and I would argue that probably the hardest part is probably hitting TA.
Well, still also that top of the flyer, very impressive. Yeah, Rage. Come on! It's clean!
Oh.
It's clean!
A little bit slow, a little bit. He stood a little bit. Looked like he stood a little bit far back, and he had to delay his catbounds a bit more. He is able to land on. I could just see from the neck movement, Dylan is being a bit more risky, trying to just save those, you know, extra can. He is just getting a faster spin pound onto the brutal is gonna. It will make a difference. It will make a difference. I have to see those.
Dylan is praying for Samu to make the
56, 63 move grab for Samu. Oh,
Time is running out.
We'll see what Dylan will get. I mean, you're not going to save the amount of time that you need movement. You need him to make a mistake here, and there's an 18-second gap going into move. I mean, yeah, as Dylan says in chat, one moon bonk, even if you were attempting the last jump, if you were to bonk and fall down back on the Sphinx, that probably equalizes the whole race. So just something like that, or maybe even messing up a cycle in Bowser, it's going to equalize the race. So, very, very tight, you know. Just one mistake will change it. And even in something like pillars, you know, if Dylan is able to get really good pillars and Samu maybe just hits a couple boulders with his shots, that can catch him up if Dylan's able to play well.
I don't want to jinx it, but I have seen Samu kill runs to pillars before. I don't want to wish it into existence because that's a very sad way to lose a race, but it has happened
have
before.
just wished it into existence by saying that. So, I mean, we're gonna see if it does come true. Samu on a
Former
low
commentators
103
first.
pace, looking around a 103 1x probably.
Nah, I would never perform a
With his
contest
pace is looking around a 101, 103x. Obviously,
I
this
have
is
no
assuming that
bias.
their moons go very well, and I'll bet that on a race where they're both nervous because they're both close to each other, and literally anyone can win. Obviously, Samu has the advantage. You know, if you were putting money on anyone, you'd put it on Samu. But again, I mean, I've seen him slip up a few times during the race. Yet it happened again. I'm obviously going for the movement. You know, both of them on move surface. It's going to come down to the wire, quite literally, as the last part of the game is a wire. Okay, Samu's going to go into Moon Cave Skip, we'll see what they do. Really nice ground pound. And that's going to look fine. A bit far left. It works. Oh, falling off a little bit.
Okay, actually, I got good because you could get your cap throw eaten there.
Dylan does have a little bit of time to make up. Will he go for like something like one wall jump? It's not even improbable, and that is a bad ground pound spot, and that's not good.
It's not looking good for Dylan. It's looking very good for Samu.
Instant jump, and it's gonna probably out. I don't know what they did. Can see their entries. Samu's gonna hold the first cycle of Battle Rock. And if you're Dylan, you're in a dire situation here. You're pouring from the graves here. So once again,
only 2 sections left for the dogger fight, which you could, at most you're probably only going to lose 10 seconds, and then it's escape where things can go wrong. But it's not very likely.
A mess up on Bowser and Pillars can, it can change it, but Dylan really needed to hit that Moon Cave Skip first try. I'm not gonna lie, that it could even be the difference. Even Samu makes a mistake. Again, there's probably a lot more things you could point out, like the Fallen Night Metro, the wooded deep woods, and obviously the Lunch and Death, and stuff like that. But even just these little things that are happening that are going wrong, they can definitely make a difference, and I think that's showing right now.
Yeah. Alright, well, Samu 3 for 3 on the fast half.
Samu have a flawless Bowser fight to bottom. I mean, Dylan's just gonna be wishing for a death in Pillars or a death in 2D section, or just a death anywhere, realistically.
That's his only chance of winning now, to be honest. Much else
Yeah, it's incredibly unlikely that he'd win from out movement point. Samu would have to mess with wallets, right? And it's not really likely for a 1-2 runner. But what is likely, well, not likely, but possible, is probable, is death, which, I mean, it can happen for either. Probably more likely to be Dylan, given the fact he's going to be giving it his all now. But we might, even if he knows it, we could even see like a 2DSS attempt. You never know. He honestly could need it, but I mean, I'd be surprised if he knew how to do it. I don't know how to do it, so.
Clean. Oh. Yikes.
Samu's gonna have a flawless 2D section, so it's gonna come down to Pillars.
Even if he didn't make it first try, it wouldn't save time. Also a clean 2D skip. Comes down to Pillars. Samu just needs a decent Pillars to...
Samu's probably watching the stream. He knows he just needs
Pillars where he doesn't die.
to be alive. If he stays alive, he wins the race. He could go right at the start and probably still win. Like alright. But getting risky, going to the edge. What you want to see. He's on a good cycle. I think it's going to dodge all the meteors here. Got hit by one. Chat can get the cat jams rolling in. I already see him. Bad angle. Bad angle, standing right on the edge. I don't think it's going to be enough.
That's it.
I think Samu.
GG's, Samu.
Hey,
Wow.
goal.
That was an insane race. GG's. Absolutely nuts. Right to the very end. That was so close. But we have a winner.
Ending with a 103.19, I believe.
Oh, wow. Absolutely insane.
Dy1an coming in just a few seconds short. I mean, we'll see the difference. It was 19 going into Moon. Be able to close the gap at all? I mean, I guess we'll not know because he.
I agree with Dy1an. I agree with that. Oh, so unfortunate. Just seconds off. 21. Jeez. What an insane race for both runners.
A little bit less given their trolling at the end, but I mean, just an amazing race from top to bottom. Even though there was only really one lead change, it was kind of Dy1an at the start. Then the winning mistake, it put Samu in front. Samu kind of remained there for the rest of the race. Dy1an always had a fighting chance and would just continuously catch up and then maybe fall back behind. So, I mean, just a really close race.
And we have both of them in VC right now. Guys, how did the run go? How was it?
You know,
I'm
I
surprised.
spent a year and a half grinding darker. You know, there's just a magnet pulling me towards deep woods. You know, what can you say?
Of course. Yeah.
It was really close, it looked like, despite that, so clearly you just jumped into deep woods to make a more exciting race.
Exactly. I'm always here to make things more interesting.
Just following the script.
I played just about a minute off PB in my first run in 2 months, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's not bad. You were definitely on PB pace until like probably Metro, right?
I'm about plus 15 entering Metro, and then it just sort of all snowballed badly from Metro onwards. Like, it was definitely doable. I'd say even exiting Metro, it was possibly doable. But,
Yeah, I kind of had a consistently like you kind of played like averagely compared to your PB out of basically the entire game. The only real bad kingdom I remember you messing up the start of Lake quite badly, but I don't really remember you making
Yeah,
a
that was
lot
funny.
of other massive mistakes.
I couldn't do a normal vault at the start of Lake, but I could get first try Lake clip.
I was gonna say, I look over, you get freaking first try lake clip while I'm just doing non-lake clip route, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. And also, I'd like to mention, Dy1an, did you, when you said, like, you had not gotten the strength since coming back to 80%, were you referencing Snowdram with that?
No, the snow clip, which you
Oh,
know,
okay.
you'd think a darker runner, a top 12 darker runner, would be able to get snow clip at least
Yeah.
you know, at least maybe half the time. No, it's been 0% in the last 2 weeks.
It's just a really different clip.
It's going to go against me on the stats because I basically pulled out of even attempting it when I realised the positioning sucks.
Yeah.
I guess the moon clips were the part that messed you up, I guess.
Well, I mean, I got the nut clip, and then I just messed up the out of bounds movement. And
Honestly,
I think
I thought you were just gonna die, but no, even worse.
Oh, one other thing. I didn't do bullet building in Metro. I normally would do bullet building, but I did a little bit of practice before, and the practice I had, I took like 5 tries to get slots, so I was like, no, let's not bother with that this time. It's probably just safer to do musicians.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, for sure. That was a good call.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
GG's. I am probably going to end up doing a no reset run after this and getting a mid 101 because you know that's how it goes.
As you do, of course.
I'm surprised that I'm actually going to have to keep practicing this for another race.
Yeah, it actually worked out. It worked out pretty well considering it turns out I wouldn't have been able to play the semifinals or the finals anyway. So
Oh no!
my grand plan was to run into Moon Cave during the second round race, but
I would
yeah,
have
this
been
works
nice
out
if
better.
you won because you might have played me, so thank you for that one.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I guess I have to
GG's
practice this game a little more and can't just go back to Tauna straight away.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Well, yeah, GG's to both runners. You guys have any other final
the game where
thoughts?
it's down to my own skill instead of the final boss just deciding to not die and make me lose a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah. Very
Mhm.
unfortunate.
That's the joys of RNG categories. But yeah, good race, Dylan.
Good race.
I'm looking forward to my next one. Oh yeah, also my laptop nearly died halfway through the race, like in snow. It was terrifying.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
You
Awesome.
want to say not what you want to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect
you
timing.
do.
My headset just died.
You can't hear us. Say something. Right.
Well,
Well, any final thoughts on the race?
Nothing from me.
You want to say before you go?
well,
I think that was a no.
well,
Thank
Dylan's
you
muted and
all.
I'm done.
yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. I think we'll close off now. Looking at the schedule, I believe we have a 70-star open race next. So I'll look forward to that, and that'll be scheduled to start very soon. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you all later.
See ya.